Hey everyone, I am Pastor John. Have you ever seen such a ragtag group as this? We've got Pastor Chris and we got Pastor John from our Faith Columbia site. And we are here to offer a special message. We know, these times, as the psalmist writes, are in God's hands. And we want to believe that. And we also realize that as people gather together, there's a lot of fear, right? There's a lot of fear about contracting the coronavirus. There's a lot of misunderstanding. And really, we want to be people of God. We want people who trust God, but we also want to be aware of how to protect people and how to protect you as well. Realizing, too, at Oakville, we have a lot of vulnerable people when it comes to potentially contracting this virus. So just to let you know, we do believe that worship is really critical and important. So, as we kind of look to the future, we want to tell you that at this point, we are planning to not hold public worship services at either of our sites for at least the next 2 Sundays. And we will evaluate and listen and see where the virus has spread and what we need to do as a result. But I just wanted you to hear, first of all, what Faith Columbia is going to do with Pastor John. What are you guys doing?
So Faith Columbia, we will still be live streaming at 9 a.m. on Sunday. So you can tune in on Facebook Live and also on our website at faithstl.org. Click on the live stream for Columbia, and we will be there. We'll have a message, we'll have worship service, as well as just be connecting with you, and I'll be there speaking a little bit into what's happening with us as well. I also want to encourage you guys to continue to meet with your life groups, to continue to gather. It'd be a great, since we can't gather as a larger group, gather, your family members, or gather some neighbors, or go to the coffee shop and gather a couple people there and watch the service together, and we'll be able to connect through that way. And so that's how we'll be sharing for the next 2 weeks our worship time together.
What are we doing at Faith? Okay.
Yeah, same thing here. So on Sunday mornings, the next 2 Sunday mornings, we'll be showing live stream at 9 o'clock, as we always do. And then Wednesday as well. So Wednesday, we won't have services here on Wednesday, but we are going to live stream them. So you'll still get an opportunity to hear Faustino share God's word that day. So, and I'll also ask, this is an opportunity for us to, if you haven't done it before, give electronically. I don't know if you know this, but most of the work that God does through this place doesn't happen on Sunday morning, but it's mostly funded through Sunday morning. And so there's never been a time, I think, that people could use God's care, God's comfort, God's peace more than maybe today. So we'll ask if you could, since we aren't able to gather together, just go online, faithstl.org, and you can click on the Give button. You can also give via the app. And if you've got any questions, just email or call up here to church. We'd love to help you, even at this time, not just for giving, but primarily for care, if there's prayers that you need, since we can't gather together.
Hey, also, I want to mention that for children, we are going to have probably a link where you can also hear a bit of children's worship and a children's message. I know for Wednesday nights as well, but we're also doing it for Sunday worship too. So that could be included both sides, probably the same presentation, but we're going to have that also. So
I think we need to say too that at this time, fear is running rampant, and the Bible is full of the verse over and over again where it says, "Fear not." A lot of these decisions, were not made out of fear. They're made out of care and love for our family members, for our members, for people who are new here. And so if you're the person sitting there watching that and going, man, I don't understand this, know that we made these decisions because we want to care for everyone, and we want to be able to help others to not live in fear, but to live in faith. And we want to walk in that faith. And so we encourage you to be praying for our neighbors, be praying for us as leaders, praying for our church, praying that the gospel would prevail during this time. Also be praying for our world leaders as they make some really tough decisions in the days and weeks and months ahead.
As we've said, we want to be prepared, but we don't want to be panicky. So that's kind of the statement we are making. And also, this is new for all of us. None of us, all of my years of ministry, I have never experienced anything like this. So we are following and looking at what other churches are doing. We're looking at what those who are in the know from CDC, from others who are telling us. So we're trying to stay informed and be educated and make discerning really decisions from there.
Well, we look forward, to prayerfully worshiping with you guys in person again on March 29th. That'd be our prayer. But stay tuned for more updates because it's a changing situation.
Hey, God bless you all.